We got 5 games against the spread this week to help you fill your stockings with Christmas joy. What do you think, Jeff? Ho, ho, ho.
Bah humbug, I say.
Welcome to the Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? Let's proclaim the greatest radio show.
Welcome, fans, to our Week 15 pick show. I am your host, Jim Sella. I am in studio with a slew of characters today. Beside me, I got Jay Dash, producer extraordinaire.
What up?
Our senior college analyst, Big Easy.
It's the playoff season.
And our special guest host / MLB / World War II historian extraordinaire, Mr. Jeff Keel. How you feeling, Jeff?
Cock locked and ready to rock.
Please believe. Well, like I said, we got 5 games here against the spread. If you have any questions or want any picks for yourself, you can tweet us at bet_the_spread and like us on Facebook. Well, before we give you our 5 picks, we got Dash to tell us how we're doing this year, and hopefully I'm still winning because I like to say that I'm winning.
You haven't been winning for a long time, but you do have the most wins.
Woohoo!
You are 27 in 36.
27 wins, 27 wins.
Johnny Parlay is
not 27 wins.
23, 24 and 1, and he is 12, 5 and 1 in his last 18 picks.
Money.
I am 21 and 18, and I am 14 and 9 over my last 23 picks. Easy.
Almost money.
You're sitting at 9 and 9, and Jeff, you're at 500 right now.
I believe in keeping it even.
I believe I can fly.
Our first game is Johnny Parlay's pick of the week. He is 6 and 6 in picks of the week, but he is 3 and 1 in his last 4. It is Minnesota at Detroit. Detroit is -7, and the over/under is 41.5.
This is a tough game. Detroit's offense is tough to put your hand on this year, or put your finger on, I guess. You would think they'd be putting up mad points, 30 points a game with Stafford and Bush and the Imposter Bell and Calvin Johnson and Pettigrew and Ebron and Golden Tate. I can keep going on. But it's not been that way. Their defense has been winning them a lot of games. This is a big line, -7. I know Detroit's at home and Minnesota's not that great of a team. But your boy Teddy Bridgewater is come to play the last couple weeks. A couple quick trends for you. The Minnesota Vikings, they are 4-0 in their last 4 games in Week 15. They're 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games on field turf, if that means anything to you. And they're 5-0 in their last 5 road games versus a team with a winning home record. So that one kind of means something to me.
Well, the Lions are 5 and 1 against the spread in their last 6 versus the NFC North, and they're 5 and 2 against the spread in their last 7 home games. So they're getting it done.
I'm surprised this line wasn't closer to 10. The 7 points is generous, if you ask me. Detroit's rolling. Minnesota, yeah, they've been playing some good football. Rookie. This is a Detroit all the way. This is a lock.
Well, listen, like we were saying, Detroit's offense hasn't been putting up huge points this year. I think they did put up good points last week, but Minnesota's defense has been playing very well over the past 3 weeks, and plus Teddy Bridgewater has been playing better. He has 2 touchdown passes in 3 straight games now, and they got that Charles Johnson that's come out of nowhere now, and he looks like their number 1 receiver.
Minnesota, what do they got?
They ain't got nothing.
Minnesota has a better record against the spread this year than Detroit does.
Yeah.
Minnesota is 8-5 against the spread. Detroit's 7-6.
They got the stats, Jeff.
Detroit keeps getting those big lines, and their offense is only scoring a shade over 17 points a game. So it's hard to beat somebody by 7 points when you're barely even scoring 20.
So you're telling me they haven't covered recently?
They're 7-6 against the spread in 13 games, man.
Well, I don't know.
They're
I think
6-1
it's like
against
3
the
in a row.
spread.
I think it's like 3 in a row they've covered the last 3 weeks.
Just got to look at Matthew Stafford. What's he going to bring to the table this week?
Big arm.
Big arm. Absolutely tremendous.
Right.
Inconsistent.
All right.
Yeah, he's been a letdown this season.
So let's go back here, Easy. Last week they played Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
They were favored to win by 10.5. The score was 34-17, so they covered.
Yeah.
The week before that, they were going against Chicago. The line was 7.5. They won 34. So they covered.
Big time, yeah.
All right. So
they're on a roll.
The
And
games,
that's why
2 games before that, they went up against New England. The line was 7.5, and they got blown out 34-9.
New England's big time.
And against Arizona, the line was 1. They lost 14-6. So in their last 4 games, they're 2-2.
What was the
But
score of
their
the last Minnesota matchup?
Yeah.
In Minnesota, they won 17-3.
All right. 7 is generous. Detroit.
I'm not saying Detroit they're going to probably win this game, almost definitely. They have the better players and everything.
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, if you're only scoring 17 points a game, it's hard to beat somebody by 7 because you only scored 17.
You got that right. That's a good stat. I don't. The 17 points a game though. They just. I said they put up 30 the last time.
Definitely. If their offense plays the way it's supposed to, and plays the way of its talent, they should be putting up 35 points a game. But this year, it's been a little shaky.
It all comes down to quarterback play, Jim.
It does come down to quarterback play, and Teddy Bridgewater has been playing pretty well the past 3 weeks. I'm going to say Minnesota.
Yeah, I like Minnesota too. The spread's a little too big for my liking. I've been burned by Detroit a couple times this year, so I'm going to take Minnesota. I think Detroit wins by 3 or 4.
I like Detroit in this matchup. It's almost playoff time. I'd like to see them getting their game together. I'd like to see Matthew Stafford put it together for a solid football game. A healthy Calvin Johnson will go a long way for this team. But look for Reggie Bush to be a steady contributor also. He's been kind of a letdown this year also.
Not kind of, man. He's been terrible.
Huge letdown.
That's being nice.
Easy.
I like Detroit in this game.
So we got 2 Detroits, 2 Minnesotas. Johnny Parlay,
Johnny Parlay also took Minnesota. This is actually his
All right.
pick of the week.
Minnesota's his pick of the week.
Minnesota is his pick of the
That's
week.
why it's been a rough year for him.
He says he has to stick his neck out for the fans.
3 Minnesotas, 2 Detroits. All right, moving on here. My pick of the week, I am 5-1 in picks of the week. Green Bay at Buffalo. Buffalo is +4, and the over-under is 50.
Well, Green Bay is only 7-5-1 against the spread this year. Buffalo's 7-6 against the spread. The Packers straight up are only 3-3 on the road, so they've been struggling a little bit away from Lambeau Field. Buffalo at home is 4-3 straight up on the season. They're not a terrible team, but with Cal Orton at quarterback, is Fred Jackson healthy now?
Fred Jackson is healthy.
All right, well, they have
He's
a lot
pretty
better.
much taken over the lead role again. There's pretty much no one else playing. Booby Dixon and
Boobie.
Bryce Brown aren't doing anything in the offense right now.
Well, the Packers are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games after accumulating more than 150 rushing yards in their previous game. Did you know that? Anybody? If you knew that, I will give you a nickel.
What, they ran
Of course,
for a
I
buck
remember
50?
that.
No, that they're 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games after running for more than $150.
I don't see
Good.
them running for 150 yards against Buffalo, though. Their defense is actually pretty good.
Their run defense is pretty good, yeah. But Aaron Rodgers can throw it all over the place. We know that.
Yeah, Rodgers, Nelson, Cobb, Lacey,
Adams, I
Devontae.
like.
Yeah, there's so many weapons in Green Bay. It's almost not fair to go up against them. Buffalo has Sammy Watkins, Fred Jackson, and
Chris Hogan, Robert Woods. I like those guys, though.
brother. And they have the mysterious Cal Orton, who looks like he has a mugshot for every picture you find of him on the internet.
Well, the Bills are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games versus a team with a winning record.
They
Like,
come to play. Well, in the last road game that Green Bay played, they were favored by 7.5 against Minnesota, and they won 24-21. They played against New Orleans. They blew them out 44-23, so they covered. And then they had Miami. They were favored by 1.5, and they won 27-24, so they covered. And they went up against Chicago at Chicago and blew them out in week 1, 38-17. So the Packers on the road aren't too shabby.
What, they're 3-3 overall on the road, right?
Straight up, yeah, but I'm talking against the spread here.
Right, but that's why this line's at only -4 because they already lost 3 games on the road.
Right.
But still, Packers, their offense is too good. They're going to score a lot of points in this game. And the Bills' offense, they can put up fantasy points, but they're not going to win you games.
Believe it. Well, easy. Who do you like in this game? Green Bay at Buffalo. Buffalo's +4.
Green Bay. I don't even need to tell you why.
Aaron Rodgers says RELAX.
I completely agree, Easy. The quarterback that doesn't make mistakes usually wins football games. I got to like Aaron Rodgers. No interceptions, touchdown passes. Eddie Lacy, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, all day.
Aaron Rodgers has the best touchdown to interception ratio in NFL history. So good stat there, Jeff.
What's Johnny Parlay's pick?
Johnny Parlay is Buffalo.
Uh-oh, that might be a spread solo. Are you taking Green Bay?
I'm taking Green Bay. Johnny Parlay's the spread solo this week.
Yep.
Don't ask me what made him take Buffalo. I know they're the home team, but that don't mean squat going up against the Packers.
Spread so because he's sticking his neck out. That's why.
It. for it to get run over by a freight train named Aaron Rodgers.
All right, let's move on here. Jim, let's move to your pick of the week. You are 7-6 in picks of the week, but 7-4 in your last 11. We got Oakland at Kansas City. Kansas City is -10.5, and the over/under is 41.5.
Oakland is 4-1 against the spread this year versus a team with a winning record. They beat the San Francisco 49ers last week. Nobody thought they had a chance there. The Raiders are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games after accumulating less than 90 rushing yards in their previous game. To me, that means absolutely nothing. I don't even know why I wrote it down here. Some of these stats are a little crazy. I just get all wild and just start writing everything down. But the Raiders are 4-9 against the spread in their last 13 games on grass. As stupid as that one kind of sounds, it means more because if your offense is geared towards high scoring and moving quickly when you get on those deep, hard fields in December, it makes it a little harder. The Raiders are 5-15-1 against the spread in their last 21 games following against the spread win. So that does not fare well for the Oakland Raiders.
Nothing fares well for the Oakland Raiders. Arrowhead Stadium, one of the toughest places to play in the NFL. The fans are brutal there. They love their football team.
Oakland's garbage.
They are
dude.
garbage. If there was hell on earth for the NFL, it would be to go to the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, they got their first win. Okay, now they got another win. Oakland's garbage.
Who's
dude.
Derek Carr?
They looked a
anyway?
lot better recently. Darren McFadden has been garbage, but Latavius Murray is a beast.
He's been a great running back. He had over 100 yards on 4 carries in one of his games.
Yeah, with 2 touchdowns in that
How
game.
sustainable is that going to be,
Oakland
though?
they're sad, Jeff. What happened to him? What happened?
Poor drafting, poor ownership,
Oh.
poor personnel.
We pour everything. They might as well just kick rocks to L.A.
Rod Streeter's back this week, too, so they got another receiver
like Al
back.
Rod
Davis'
Streeter.
ghost is still with 'em.
Who's Rod Streeter?
A receiver that's been playing in the NFL for a while now.
Never heard of him.
Well, Oakland Raiders have more touchdown passes to their wide receivers than the Kansas City Chiefs do.
Chiefs are garbage with their wide receivers. I love those stats. Keep feeding me them stats.
Chiefs
man.
have 0 touchdown passes to their wide receivers this year.
Feed me.
The Chiefs are
So they're
4-1
due.
against the spread in
So
their
they're
last
due for at
5
least
home
a
games.
touch.
They're 4-1 against the spread versus a team with a losing record.
They're also 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 games in December.
Yeah, the Chiefs have been crumbling as of late.
So you just set it up then. That's the.
Well, you
pick
guys
of
are
your-
talking
well,
smack
so
on the
pick-
Raiders.
Pick of the week.
Well, easy. What's your pick in this game?
Kansas City.
Kansas City -10.5.
Oakland's garbage.
Jeff?
Kansas City, Arrowhead.
Johnny Parlay's also on Kansas City. Dash.
Oakland.
Helping me out. My pick of the week, the Oakland Raiders, +10.5 at Kansas City. Oakland's playing a lot better than they used to. Kansas City's struggling to score points this year. Their defense really isn't that great. Derek Carr's not a terrible quarterback. If you ask me, he's not any worse than Alex Smith. Alex Smith can't even throw the ball to his own wide receiver in the end zone. The only way Kansas City's going to blow out Oakland is if Jamal Charles runs all over them.
Yeah, that's the only chance this offense has. I don't like anybody in their offense besides Jamal Charles, and Oakland isn't that bad at stopping the run, so we'll see what happens. I do expect Jamal Charles to have a big game, though.
+10.5, though. For me, you just got to go Oakland. That's way too big of a line.
All right, let's move on to half of Easy's pick of the week. He's going to go a teaser this week, but let's start with Cincinnati at Cleveland. Cleveland is -1.5, and the over-under is 43.5.
Mr. Johnny, I'm a giant tool football.
Always hating on Johnny Manziel.
Because he's garbage.
You don't know that yet.
I know it.
He
He's
looked
just-
all right his first game.
He's just Vince Young, man. He's not going to do anything. He's
Well,
just
Vince
like...
Young was a beast his rookie year, so
Yeah, right.
he's a rookie right
and
now.
now he can't even get a job in Canada. So what's that say about that?
If Cincinnati loses this game, they're not going to win the division, and that's what they know that.
Well, they got
Yeah,
Denver
it's
next
as
week.
simple as that. Exactly. So it's as simple as that. They know if they lose this game, the division is ours. So they're not going to lose this game, especially with Johnny Manziel. I hope he lights it up. I really do. You know, he hasn't done nothing wrong in my eyes.
He got all their weapons back, too. Josh Gordon's back.
Everybody's
Jordan
there at his
Cameron's
disposal.
back.
Everybody's there at his disposal. I think it's going to be a really close game and entertaining game, and I probably will put it on for a little bit once the Steelers start blowing out Atlanta. But yeah, that's a tight matchup. This division's been great this year. I love it. But there's no, if Cincinnati loses, they're done.
The home team is 3-1-1 against the spread in their last 5 meetings between these two playoff contenders. And the over is actually 4-1 in the last 5 meetings in Cleveland. So look for big points.
That's crazy. It must be big points from the other team, and Cleveland putting up 7 because they're garbage.
Well, the last time these two played, Andy Dalton threw 3 picks, had no touchdowns, and he was 10 for 33.
That was the worst football game I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah.
That on that Thursday night.
Yeah, no way that happens again.
Well, it's in Cleveland this time.
But it ain't happening.
Cleveland's a dangerous place to go this time of year. It's
There's,
cold.
There's 4 games left, and
Don't we
it's
know
crunch
that?
time.
Let's not forget Cleveland's right in the middle of this division too. Yeah, they may be in last place, but they're a game and a half out of first place too.
That's what I'm saying. They're in it to win it.
This whole division's in it to win it.
Whole division's stacked and in it to win it. We still got the best quarterback though.
The Bengals are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 meetings in Cleveland, so that's not too good. And the
keep
underdog
feeding me,
is
though,
12-3-1
ain't
against
hungry.
the spread in their last 16 meetings. So I mean, it
I
1.5.
spit that out. I just spit that
It doesn't
out.
really. 1.5's not much of a line at all, honestly. It just people think the Browns are going to win. Now, you got to win by at least 1, right? And there is no 1.5. So to me, it's a 1 is the same as a push.
Okay, so who's your pick then?
My pick, the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they come into Cleveland. Both teams have playoff hopes on the line, but Cincinnati has more to lose with the division on the line. Andy Dalton's not a great quarterback, but he's in that good to maybe above average group.
Well, he has to do something here. Or
He's
gonna
been
be
in the
trouble.
playoffs.
He's going to get hated on.
He's been in the
big time.
playoffs every year of his career, and yes, you're right. If he doesn't make it here, he's going to get hated on. If he gets
Yeah.
beat out by the rookie and Johnny Manziel,
If Johnny Manziel beats Dalton, Dalton's never going to hear the end of this.
I think it'll be an exciting game.
You don't want that to happen.
But I do think the Bengals win, maybe by a field goal. I'd say 5 points at the most. I think it's going to be close.
Because the Browns' defense is no joke.
You're right.
They play football.
The Browns beat the crap out of the Steelers this year, we beat the crap out of the Bengals.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, anything can happen, and
Well,
with
the
it being
Browns-
a division game,
The Browns already embarrassed the Bengals once. So,
there's no reason they can't do it again. But
yeah,
I still
there's
think
one reason they can't do it again, and it's sad to say it, Johnny. I mean, I don't know. Dude's got to be nervous. I don't care who he is. You know he's nervous. We'll see if he settles down at halftime and makes it a game, but
So I'm
if
taking
he starts
I think
running
he's
it,
going to run all over this defense.
yeah, that's what literally
run. Yeah.
run.
literally run all over him. Yeah, I can see it happening too.
Well, I got the
As soon as he
Bengals.
gets hit once, he's out.
I got the Bengals. Dash, you got the Bengals. Easy, you got the Bengals.
Pick of the week.
Well,
Tease
he
him.
got it teased. He got him plus 5.5. No, plus 8.5.
Yeah,
Put the Bengals as team 1 in a tease.
right. And Jeff, you got the Bengals. And John Parlay also got the Bengals.
Spread sweep.
Spread sweep all day. We're all on the Bengals. We all think Johnny Football's garbage and going to lose his first game.
I don't think he's garbage.
I don't think he's garbage either. I just think he's a punk, but
Well,
I don't
you're
think
both garbage.
he's not a punk either, Jeff. You would do the same thing if you were him.
probably. But people call me a punk, but that's all right.
All right, let's move on to this last game here. It is the second part of Easy's tease, Miami at New England. New England is minus 7.5, and the over-under is 47.5.
And here we go again. Straight up statistics. I'm not trying to hear none of it. New England at home, December, division game. It's over. Don't matter who it is. Buffalo, the Jets, Miami, they're not winning in New England.
Tannehill's been playing like crap lately.
Tannehill's garbage.
It'll help.
He's
That
always
helps.
garbage.
Well,
The
then that
Patriots are 7-0 against the spread in their last 7 home games versus a team with a winning record. New England's ridiculous in December. Tom Brady just doesn't lose games when it means something, and it means something right now. They do lose to Miami sometimes at unfortunate points,
Yeah.
but it's usually more at the beginning of the year you see that happen, that
Yeah.
early matchup where they're not quite into full swing of what they're doing.
Well, it's already happened this year. Miami whooped their
Right,
ass.
and it usually happens, like we said early. The Patriots they're too good of a team to lose a game like this.
We would lose games.
The Steelers lose this game. The Patriots don't
They
lose
don't
this
lose
game.
this game. It might be close in the third quarter. Like, I remember last year, it was close, this game.
Well, I think if New England's going to win this game, they're going to have to run well on the ground because Miami has a good pass defense. Yeah, you got to go up against Tom Brady, which is a tough task. But
So
I do like their pass defense. But their run defense has been lacking of late. So LeGarrette Smoke 'em Up Blunt's going to have to get it done.
He better roll a fat one before the game or he's not going to be able to play. He'll cry like a little girl if he doesn't get the first 3 carries and walk off the field. The home team is 5-0 against the spread in this last 5 games. The under is actually 4-1 in the last 5 meetings. That will make Mr. Parlay pretty excited. He hates the over. Easy, in the last 28 games versus AFC opponents, what do you think the over-under record is?
Over under last 28. I'd say it's gone over in 17 games.
Close, 21. 21-7 for the over against the AFC opponents, or AFC East opponents, I'm sorry. But you got Miami with Tannehill, who likes to try to throw the ball when he's not garbage. You got Buffalo, who wants to throw the ball, but their quarterbacks aren't garbage.
Well, it's
And you
not
got
like New England's ever had a huge defensive presence.
No, maybe early in their
Wilfork
playoff
is solid.
runs.
I mean, Wilfork was solid. I don't know. Now, I guess he's still big, so he's
Yeah.
still effective now. But New England never really had a.
You had Richard Seymour and
Tyler
the likes of
Warren.
That was 10 years ago.
Mike
though, wasn't
Vrabel.
it?
Yeah, those were in the very, very early
Don't
years.
forget about
Yeah, they've
Teddy.
never had a-
opened me a brewski.
They've never had a defense that has been.
They have Daryl
Hall of
Reeves right now.
Fame.
They got Darrell Reeves. They
Yeah.
have Hightower.
All
Like
right,
you said, they got Wilfork in the middle.
Well, Ryan Tannehill's garbage.
Ryan Tannehill is garbage.
He's been one of the better quarterbacks this season until recently. The past 2 games, he's just fallen apart completely. And they
He's
are
beat-
going to have to get it done through the air, too. But I do like Jarvis Landry, and maybe Mike Wallace can beat Revis deep. I doubt it, though.
Wallace has been struggling ever since he left Pittsburgh. He
I don't
really
know.
shouldn't have left.
I think Mike Wallace can definitely outrun Revis down. Mike Wallace can.
Oh, he
score
can
on Revis.
outrun him, but I don't think it's not just outrunning him. Revis, if he puts himself in the right position, he's not going to let him
Get behind him.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
if you jam him at the line and get him off of his route and force him into a route you don't want to take.
I actually think Mike Wallace is going to go catch a touchdown over Revis. Or
All
not
right.
over Revis, but I think
We'll bet a beer on it when we
Yeah.
go out on New Year's.
That's
If
it.
Wallace goes deep over Revis, you owe me, or I owe you a beer.
I can picture Wallace going deep over
What do we got?
Revis.
It's got to
We'll
be
sign
at
that.
least over 30 yards, or 25.
No, and over 20.
Over 20 is not a deep pass in the NFL anymore.
It is when it's cold in December.
I don't agree to that bet.
All right, then 30.
All right, 30 I'll take.
All right, well, easy. What's the second half of your tease here?
That's it. It was Cincinnati teased with New England.
So you got New England at half a point.
Put a stack on it.
New England
Well,
at
no,
half a point is
it
a
all
lot.
depends what you get. It all depends what you get with the teas. I don't know.
Well, right now.
6. If you get 6 or 7, it is what it is. New England -1.5. Cincinnati plus
7.5.
anything. Plus 5, plus 6.
New England
you're good.
3 or less, and Cincinnati plus anything to me sounds like a really good bet.
That's it.
I'm going to say Miami. Not in any kind of tease or parlay or anything.
Straight
Just
up.
taking those
Miami.
Dolphins plus
You
7.5, huh?
Yeah.
Because
Do
he's
you
a
think,
Browns fan.
Ryan, I'm a garbage Tannehill quarterback that can come up big against Brady?
I think Lamar Miller had a good game against them earlier this year, and I think he can again.
I don't think Bill Belichick lets the same thing happen to him twice in a season ever, so I'm going to have to disagree with that statement. I'm going to take the New England Patriots over teaser. That has New England at plus or minus a half point and the over-under at 42.5. What do you got, Jeff?
I'm liking New England in this one.
You just want New England straight up,
Straight up.
feeling it.
Love Brady in December. Love New England against the spread all the time. They're usually money.
Always.
Ain't much more to say beyond that.
Well, our absentee host today, Johnny Parlay, is on the Miami Dolphins. I think him and Dash sat together in the corner of the room and came up with their picks together this week just to spite me. I know they like to see me lose, even though I'm happy when they win.
Nonsense.
It's a cruel, cruel practice.
Well, that wraps up our line segment for Week 15. I want to thank you guys for sitting in with me. You fans, you could follow us on Twitter at bet_the_spread. You could like us on Facebook and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Hopefully this helps you have a Merry Christmas.
Be out.
Later.
Peace.